I mean, I just never expected anything like this. It's,
Now, Rick, modesty will get you nowhere.
When you're a hero, relax and enjoy it.
Bobby, any other doctor would have done
dummy up. Nobody's interested in what you have to say. As far as we are concerned, you are the hero of the hour here. Actually, officer, I think a personal commendation is in order, myself. Goodness, isn't anybody going to break out any champagne or anything like that?
Well, I could get you some champagne now or anytime you like and anywhere you want it.
Rick, we're really proud of you.
Thank you, Bobby. I think I just got my commendation.
No, that comes later. Gonna be a big presentation, too.
Yeah. Well, not just for me. I mean, Jeff isn't here. He's not in town.
Well, we know that, but you are. And so is that nurse that was at the scene of the crash also.
Oh, right. The nurse who got there ahead of you guys.
Yeah, things were so hectic that night, I never got a chance to even meet her. Did you find out who she was?
Oh, we sure did. She's a nurse out at Forest Hill Sanitarium. One of our other deputies went out there today to tell her about her commendation, too. So don't you worry, Doctor. When those speeches are made, that nurse will be right by your side.
It was just a mistake. That's all it was.
You're hurting me.
Just as long as you understand, Sarah. That deputy, he just made a mistake. That wasn't me that night at the crash the day before the parade.
And he recognized you. He called you Miss Vernon.
Well, he was obviously mixed up.
Wasn't you at the crash, then who was it?
Well, like he said, it was Miss Vernon. I mean, she probably takes that road home from work, and it was nighttime, and he didn't get a good look at her face. Is that so hard to believe?
That night, it was also strange. The times I kept waking up, and I'm thinking that you were gone, and I felt so funny, like I'd been drugged or something.
Oh, come on, Sarah. We've been over all this. Why are you being so melodramatic?
Are you sure, Heather? Are you sure you weren't at the crash?
I told you I wasn't.
But you have a uniform. You had one, just like Shelley Vernon does.
Yes, but I don't have the uniform anymore. It's gone. Over with. That's the past.
But you weren't in your bed.
I told you were dreaming. I was in my bed the whole night.
And you're being mean to me, Heather, and you're always mean to me when you're lying.
I am telling you the truth.
Then why are you grabbing my arms? Why are you hurting me?
I'm sorry. I guess I'm just anxious to start my day as an outpatient, that's all. I was being harsh with you. I apologize.
Heather, listen, you don't have to lie to me. I'm your friend, and we know all of each other's secrets. We have to.
I didn't go anywhere that night, Sarah.
But you could have. I was asleep. You could have put on the nurse's uniform and the shoes and the cape and the cap, and you could have driven Shelley Vernon's car away.
Sarah, will you stop it?
Heather, you've done it before. You could have done it again.
Sure. I could have, but I didn't. I could have taken a rocket ship, and I could have gone to the moon, but I didn't do that either. I didn't go anywhere near Port Charles that night. You have to believe me.
It's so hard being in those places, Heather. You just never know who to trust or to believe what anybody tells you. I'm going to have to go tell Dr. Nelson.
No, don't do that.
Heather, I want to get out of this place, too. And I'm going to have to start knowing what's real and what's in my imagination. I'm going to tell the whole thing to Dr. Nelson.
Please, you can't.
Heather, you said please to me.
Yes, I'm saying please.
Well, look, then you better tell me the truth.
All right, but I have to hurry, though. I don't want to miss my bus. You were right about part of it. I did leave here that night. I didn't want to tell you because I figured you'd just worry about me. Look, why don't I get into the details when I come back tonight? I really need to go. You're my best friend, Sarah. No one must know that I left this place that night. I'll never get out of here. I won't be able to make a home for you. Understand?
Yes.
There's only one thing left. I'm gonna have to make an appearance at that deputy's office. And pretend I'm Shelley Vernon.
Aren't you afraid to do that?
I'll find a way to do it. For us.
Well, there you are. How are you feeling now?
Much better. A nice hot bath.
Oh, good. Sit down, and I'll get you some breakfast. Huh?
Oh, no. Just coffee, thank you.
Oh, Anne, you must eat something.
I
Audrey, you know why I love you so much. Not only are my films fantastic, Aunt, but you're like my mother sometimes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I worry too much about everybody.
We love it. And don't you ever change.
Where's Jer?
The school bus came and both the boys went off.
No goodbyes?
Well, we thought it best not for you to answer too many questions this morning.
You both read me like a book, don't you?
Not a very unhappy book, judging from the cover.
I feel like such a fool with these nightmares.
Well, obviously you sense a threat on your life.
Yeah, I guess I do.
You know, one way you might try to help yourself is to remember that there's no proof that Heather intends you harm or anyone else.
I suppose I'm just borrowing trouble, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
it's a natural reaction when you consider that somebody tried to frame you for Diana's murder. Someone who knew that you'd be a logical suspect. That can't be easy to live with.
No, it's not easy at all.
As I said before, there's no way any of us can be sure that Heather was involved.
No, but Joe Kelly seems to think there's a definite connection, even though he can't prove it.
Oh, now, Steve, that's not making things any easier
No,
going
Audrey,
into this.
no, he's right. He's just facing things honestly, which is exactly what I should be doing. I mean, I live here. We all live here. I think we have to make the best of it. Heather's release.
She hasn't been released, at least not yet.
Does that make it any easier, Steve?
I didn't say it was going to make it any easier, but
More coffee, Steve?
you just filled my cup, darling.
Oh, yes, so I did. You know, there is one blessing, and I think that's what we should think about. The way Rick Weber is going to be totally responsible for Heather.
Speaking of Rick, I'm going to talk to him about these nightmares you're having, Ann.
I'll get over them, Steve. I will.
You'll get over them sooner, a lot sooner, when you feel more secure.
I just...
Now, I want you to confide in him. Let him know what your fears are about these nightmares you're having about Heather.
I just think it's kind of useless to have to talk about it over
It is
and over.
not useless. He may be able to help you some way. At least it's worth a try.
Yeah. You know, I've been wondering about that night that Heather was missing from the sanitarium and everyone was looking for her.
Well, I heard that she wasn't missing at all.
Well, I know. She was supposedly washing her hair in the bathroom, and then she went to the library or something.
As I understand it, security people out there verified her story.
Verified it. Or perhaps that was the only explanation.
Well, wait a minute, Ann. What are you trying to say?
I must be sounding like Joe Kelly.
No, tell us what you mean.
Well, I've just been wondering if it's possible that Heather could have escaped and gotten back into the Forest Hills. Do you think it's possible? Could she have gotten out?
No, don't talk that way. Don't even say it.
I'm sorry, Audrey. I've got to say it because I've been thinking it.
Well, if Ann is right, I mean, if Heather was able to escape. Steve, couldn't Ann's nightmares be some kind of subconscious survival mechanism trying to warn her of possible danger when Heather gets out of the sanitarium?
Anybody home? Oh, hi. What a nice surprise. Come on in. Thank you.
Oh, it's not too much of a surprise.
Oh, no. It's practically mental telepathy. I was going to have Luke drop me off at the hospital so that I could have breakfast with the two of you. And then we got to talking and just got to be too late.
Funny that you should mention breakfast. That word brings us exactly to our reason for being here.
Which is?
Breakfast.
Well, it's a little celebration of sorts.
The man cannot handle fame gracefully.
What are you talking about?
I would like you to look properly humble at this moment because you are standing in the actual presence of a real, live, true blue, genuine, absolute hero.
You mean Dad?
The one and only.
Lesley, you're making it just slightly larger
Did
than
I
it
or
really
did I
is.
not tell you to dump me up?
Yeah, you did, but that's
Hold
big.
it then. Now, I will explain to you what is going on here. The sheriff's department is giving your dad a special commendation.
What?
Well, actually, they're giving it to your dad and to Jeff. Remember the work that they did the night before the parade when there was that pileup with all the cars and everything? Well, for the work they did that night. Now, is that or is that not terrific?
That is terrific. I'm proud of you, Dad.
Sweet.
Congratulations.
All right, it's not that much. All we did was help in any way we could that night.
Save 10, 12, 14, 50, 60 lives, nothing.
Oh, special commendation. That is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah, probably be, you know, brass bands and television and reporters and all.
Lesley, don't overdo it.
I have to. You won't.
Well, I think this does call for a celebration.
Strange that you should mention celebration. Because we are actually here at this moment to invite you to what you might call your basic celebration breakfast at, ta-dam, the Harbor Towers.
Oh, that sounds like fun, but there's only one problem. I'm really afraid that I'm going to be late for work.
We won't let you be late.
No,
It
wait a
won't
minute.
happen.
How about if we do it for lunch, huh?
She's so difficult.
Excuse me.
Don't mind me. I'll just stand here and bask in reflected beauty.
Hey, gorgeous, are you... Good morning.
Hi there.
Look, my parents just dropped by to give me some terrific news.
Oh, what is that?
Well, that the sheriff's department is giving my dad and my uncle a special commendation, you know, for helping out in the car crash on Forest Hills Road. You remember the night before the parade?
Oh, yeah, well, that's great, Dr. Weber. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Will you be needing a ride?
No, I guess not.
Well, I'll hit the road.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Sir?
Dad?
Yeah?
Dad, do you think you could do me a favor?
What's that, sweetheart?
Do you think you could at least try to be nice to Luke? For my sake, please? He is the man that I love. So exciting. Rick and Jeff getting those special commendations.
Well, we have a very classy staff.
I'd say so. Look at us. Morning.
Morning.
Good morning, you two.
Good morning. Did you all hear the exciting news? We have some very famous doctors in our midst. Jeff and Rick Weber.
Jeff and Rick are famous?
Could you be a little more specific, Bobby?
Well, actually, they're both getting a special commendation from the sheriff's department for that work they did on the emergency car crash the night before the parade.
Oh, my. Special commendation. Why, isn't that marvelous?
Yeah.
Certainly is. You know, this is the first good publicity General Hospital's had in a long time.
We're very proud of Rick and Jeff.
That's too bad Jeff isn't here to share in the glory, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure you want to call Jeff and tell him about it.
Well, I'm sure someone took care of it, maybe even Rick. Where am I stationed today?
Oh, you're relieving me right now.
Oh, okay.
Bobby, are there any more details on this commendation for Jeff and Rick?
Well, not really, but I understand that there was a nurse there who helped out, and she's getting one, too. She's from Forest Hill Sanitarium.
Nurse from Forest Hill Sanitarium? Did I hear someone mention?
Yeah, Bobby was just saying that one of the nurses from there is getting a commendation, too.
Well, that's nice. Very nice.
Jesse, is Rick in the hospital?
No, he and Lesley took Laura out for a celebration breakfast.
Why don't you tell him I'd like to see him when he gets back, please? I'll be at my office.
All right.
Thank you. And don't forget what I said about talking to Rick.
I won't.
Will you please try and have a good day?
I will.
All right.
Wait for me, Steve. I'm on my way.
Well, I am ready to relieve you.
Okay. If anybody wants me, I'll be on 7.
Okay.
Ann?
Yeah.
I may not be reading you right, but you seem a little shaky to me this morning.
I'm okay. No, I just had a little trouble sleeping lately.
You sure that's all it is? Nothing else is wrong?
Bobby, what possibly could be wrong on a beautiful spring day like today, right?